Hi and welcome to Tex Nation TV. We have a special week this week planned for you.
Yes, indeed we do.
We are here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Exactly. Look at it.
We're here for CES 2014. I've been here for a few hours. I know that you kind of had a bit of a, we'll just say some fun in your travels today. Tell us how you got here.
Let me pull up some paperwork I got here.
You guys got to see this because he showed this to me earlier and I felt so bad.
So because of the snowpocalypse that was happening in the East Coast, that's bag things. But I went to Atlanta, Salt Lake City, Tucson, Dallas, Albuquerque, and finally I'm here.
Yeah, so what's funny is I actually, Alan works for the airport indirectly, directly, kind of, sort of, iffy maybe. But he has, free pass at some sort. I, like a commoner, have to pay for a ticket. So I paid for my ticket, and I only had to make one stop. I had to go from Nashville to Denver, and then Denver to Vegas, and I was here. And that was it. That was the end of my flight.
Yeah.
You took like 15 stops.
I wish your flight would have ended like John Denver's flight. But
Well,
I mean, that's the price you pay. I do get free flights, but they're non-revenue standby flights.
right, you have to wait until
With
someone...
the weather, CES, apparently there's big bowl games happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of bowl games going
NFL
on.
games happening.
Yeah.
Getting to the West Coast was just impossible.
Yeah, and the other thing was getting here also, I actually got my badge just as well, which was kind of cool because this year they're adding, and I don't know if you can see this on camera, but behind, there is an NFC chip here. So that there's stuff that you can go and check out, different booths, things like that. So I can probably do something with my phone. I haven't messed with it yet, but yeah, I went and got my NFC badge, and since I got here early, I told Alan, I said, all right, we'll go here or do this or go here, do that. Go pick up your
At the
badge.
airport where we normally pick up, our badge holders, because
Right.
they used to send us our badge, but
This year was different, yeah.
now they got all technical.
Yeah, so
CES, who would have thought?
so I said, I got my badge. Go pick up your badge. Now tell me what happened when you got to the airport.
All right, so I got to the airport, found the badge pickup location,
Right.
and handed the lady my phone. And the way they did it this year was they didn't mail out the badges. They sent you a confirmation number with a little QR code. So you give the phone to the person working the desk. They scan it. Okay, your information comes up, and this badge prints, which is just
It's just a little piece of paper that they print right on top.
the NFC is the only thing that's
Everything else, yeah. So
yeah. You get this little thing
Yeah.
right here. Well, she scanned it, and she said she looked at the computer, and right then I just knew, just from the day I was having, it couldn't go smooth. It had to keep the snowball just had to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But she was like, "Well, this has happened before. I'll just reset the computer." And when I heard reset the computer, I put my head down. And I was like, "Okay, do what you gotta do." She reset the computer, scanned my phone again, and then it said, "Oh, we're showing your badge is already printed." Now I'm gonna let anyone who deals with, I guess, technology, or anyone that's turned on a computer. It's been scanned once. The printer didn't work. But have you ever printed a document and all of a sudden the computer stops working?
it still sits in that printer queue.
It's in the queue.
Right.
I just didn't have the patience to explain it to this lady. She was doing her job, I guess, and I was still in an airport, so if I would have raised a ruckus,
Yeah, exactly.
I would have made the news, still wouldn't have made CES. So I'm going to go to the registration office tomorrow and try to straighten it out.
we're going to try to straighten it up. So Alan's had a day. Hopefully he's going to get some rest before we get going.
Yeah,
But
that's bloodshot.
there have been a few things that we want to talk about that have been announced and or talked about before we even got here. It seems that Samsung was noted and possibly going to be bringing out the Note Pro to kind of go along with like Apple's Mac Pro and the MacBook Pro and then the Mac Air.
So they're bringing
MacBook
out their
Air.
own trash can.
Well, not the Mac Pro, but they wanted to go with the Tablet Pro, so they're going to be bringing out it's supposedly a Tab Pro, which is like 12.
Is it a phablet?
No, it's a 12-inch tablet, which is bigger than
12-inch.
Yeah, bigger than the Note 10.1 2014 edition that they just announced 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's been rumored, but now it's pretty much in the books because it's up on the wall at the Vegas Convention Center. It's on the wall. So hopefully we'll have get some hands-on with that. We'll see what it looks
I
like.
was hoping that announcement wasn't as horrible as the Note 3 announcement.
Well, the Note 3 announcement I thought was great. Except for all the getting into the hands-on. I mean, it's the whole reason why I went and got my Note 3. I mean, what was bad about it?
The keynote.
The overall thing?
Yeah, the guy, the white glasses who...
yeah.
And that's when they try to like, oh, we got the gear, it's going to be great. Everybody's going to love it. It's a watch that you can talk to. No.
Yeah, nobody's bought one. I've even had friends of mine who they went to their local Verizon store. They got a Note 3 because of all the hubbub about it, and I'm sure, me purchasing one and me having it for a few weeks, he probably saw it and was like, yeah, I'd like to play with one, so he got himself one. When he went to the Verizon store, they're like, oh, you can also, get the Galaxy Gear that goes with it. And they're like, oh, okay, cool, how much? The $300, $400, whatever it is, I think it's $350. And he's like, I'm good. And there's a lot of people, and we'll see this as we go on throughout this week, but there's a lot of people going into the Fitbits and the Nike bands and the...
our iPods still have the Nike band,
Nike Plus
built into it.
Yeah, so this may still work for me and you for quite a while, but a lot of people they don't like the bulkiness of some of these smart watches. So some of them go with the Fitbit, and again, like I said, we'll see more about this as we go on into this week. But smartwatches aren't really, there yet, so we're going to see what happens.
But a lot more wearable fitness technology.
Yeah, we're going to hopefully see a lot more of that this week. Also, it was a couple other vendors that are going to be here is the Oculus Rift, and for many of you that have seen this before, this is the huge VR set from like the 1980s. That sits in front of your eyeballs and gives you that 3D.
Oh, the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, well, not the Virtual Boy, because that thing was red and black, and that was it. And you got to play Mario Tennis, and that's the only reason why I ever got.
But it was virtual.
But anyway, the Oculus Rift is going to be here. Hopefully, we're going to get some hands-on with that this week. Also, Steam. If you know anything about gaming on the PC or Mac, Steam is one of those that's also out there. It's been around for quite a while. I have an account that's about 9.5 years old. And they basically download all your games for you in like an EXE package, and you can continue buying games through the Steam store. Well, Steam has been partnering with other hardware providers, and they now have announced, and basically there's 12 hardware providers just going to build Steam boxes to go out there against these items like the Oculus Rift or the Xbox One, which is kind of and the PS4, which has a lot better graphics, I will have to say. Has a lot better graphics.
And Sony's here.
And Sony is here.
So something will be announced.
Yeah, we're hoping to see something. It may not be gaming-wise, but Sony is here. We're going to see that. But like I said, Steam is going to be showing off 12 different hardware providers, or not hardware providers, but hardware partners that they've got. So hopefully we're going to see that this week just as well. Danielle should be with us by the end of this week, hopefully, we think. If she didn't, fall in the snow-apocalypse somewhere, we got to dig her out. I don't know. But she's still in Nashville right now.
Yeah.
So anyway, hopefully we'll hear from her. And I think there's a few other things from Intel, some other things from Samsung. LG had announced a 105-inch 21:9 curved television. Now, if you guys haven't seen this, basically a 21:9 is a wider HD TV than what you're used to. What you're typically on is a 16:9 ratio TV. This is your standard HD TV that you see at Walmart, Best Buy, whatever. 21:9 actually adds on a little bit more and gives you more of the movie ratio for your Blu-ray movies or even your DVD movies if you still got them. But the 21:9 gets rid of the black bars on the top and bottom, basically, and just fills your screen. Unless it depends on if it's like a 2 to 2.35 ratio or a 1 point, it's all in the ratio and how they shoot the movie. but it's really cool because it's a curved display. And LG is going to be announcing a lot more items this year. They've already announced the LG something or other.
Look out for that something or other. But here it's a windinger.
Yeah, it looked a lot like the Nexus from previous years back with the curved display, but apparently the Nexus from back then was a curved piece of glass on top of a flat display. So
that kind of flopped.
Yeah, apparently it didn't pick up as much. So LG is going to be talking a lot of curved displays. We're going to see what happens there. We're going to be here all week long for CES 2014.
Also keynotes, not Twitter. Well,
Yeah,
Twitter is here.
Well,
they're here.
Somebody's here.
They're here. Then people are like, "Why is Twitter here?" So I guess we're going to find out as well. And then after Rusty gets arrested for trying to find out, to bail him out. Marissa Meyer's here.
Right. We're going to try to go and see the.
We're going to try to get her number.
Yep. For all you guys out there, because she is a good-looking CEO.
Hey.
Yeah. Who else we got out
look
there?
at his jacket. Knocking him down.
Yeah. Sony, we already said.
Yahoo, I'll be checking out the Audi.
He's going to go to the Audi, I think, on the Monday night. I think, is that tomorrow night? I think, whatever.
Yeah, whenever this is released.
Exactly. So, yeah, Alan's going to be out there at the Audi thing, and we're going to try to be as everywhere as much as we can. JR, you had asked about going to Rethink Wireless, maybe. Don't quote me on that right here on this video, but we're going to try to hit that up. We've also got other technology hosts that are out here that have been doing it for years.